Football is the home of Super Bowl 56, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Panthers and the Broncos, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Denver Broncos taking on the champions from the NFC, the Carolina Panthers. Brandon Gaunt alongside my good friend Charles Davis and CD the Broncos. Quite a circuitous route to get to this Super Bowl. They were winners of Super Bowl 50 in Santa Clara, you remember. Didn't make the playoffs the next 5 years, going a combined 32-48. But now here they are back in the big one.
It's hard to hear that 32-48 record that you just cited, because we're used to Denver being one of the elite franchises in the NFL. This is their 9th appearance in the big game. Only the Patriots have appeared more, and they have won it 3 times. Twice with John Elway as their quarterback in the late 90s, and then, as you mentioned, Super Bowl 50 when John Elway was their general manager.
Meanwhile, for the Carolina Panthers, they make their 3rd visit to the Super Bowl in team history.
Let's go back to Super Bowl 38 in Houston, 2004.
And look at this. Right away, a loose football. The Broncos say they have it. They do. Boy, what a disastrous start to a Super Bowl. A fumble on the opening kickoff.
You don't expect a big momentum chance this early, partner, but we're going to get one right here.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. Fights through it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
He's got his tight end fan, and he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Matt Rule not a big fan of that last call, and he's going to go ahead and challenge it. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Broncos are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run coming from Melvin Gordon. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here are the Panthers under head coach Matt Rule. Commanding the offense will be the highly touted USC product, Sam Darnold.
And he comes in off of a tremendous game in the NFC Championship round 2 weeks ago. This has been a team all season long that's really taken their identity from their quarterback, and he's been very vocal in days leading up to this game that he believes that this is their time, and he's going to do all he can to will them to a Super Bowl win.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Draw play, Darnold giving to McCaffrey. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And this one is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Denver has Deontay Spencer deep to return. This is fielded at the 27. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run it here with Gordon. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
The offensive line, they get...
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Broncos continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A first down throw, Darnold. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it up to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Darnold. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Draymond Jones. What a play by him. That's a loss of 17. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for Carolina. And the rushing numbers should tell the story of why they trail at the half. They're still in single.
So the halftime show of the Super Bowl, abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Melvin Gordon now, he and the offense, they trot back out there. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 98 yards rushing for him now. A big part, no doubt, of why they lead in this Super Bowl. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Bridgewater now for Gordon on the draw. Pushing his way through.
Missed.
He will not go down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Melvin Gordon with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Broncos will extend their 3rd quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 21-0. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Kicks it on the ground with a squint. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers and quickly.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Melvin Gordon with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Broncos are starting to pour it on at the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the 4th quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory. Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 202 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon shrugs him off.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day.
Brandon, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
And the Lombardi Trophy goes west. And it goes to the Denver Broncos, your Super Bowl champs. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.